Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are just fresh out of a battle in Siege, and to talk about Siege and building good PvP teams. What makes Siege and arena teams scary? We're joined by none other than MTG Jedi. How's it going, dude? What's been happening with you? It's been a while since you've been on the channel here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It was a great idea to come on here, talk about Siege as we're fighting each other. Put up your dukes. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I'm super excited to talk about this. I think there was some absolute endgame craziness that happened in this Siege.
Yeah.
And I've just been super busy with the board game and some other stuff going on. It's basketball season. I coach basketball for high school boys, so it's like everything all at once right now. So
Yeah. And also, happy Thanksgiving to you and anyone who's watching from whatever countries they celebrate that in. I don't know. I'm in Ireland, so I don't really know much about it. But yeah.
yeah, mostly just a U.S. thing, I think. But
Okay. Yeah.
I think some other people around the world have kind of just like adopted it as like a time to be
Hell yeah.
grateful and have a meal with people that you love. So
Sounds good.
there's always a good excuse.
Exactly. You can see it in the background because it's one of the slightly annoying things I think. It's like after Siege ends, you can't like look back on the defenses. And
I know.
by the way, we need like a replay feature raid. Come on, make it happen. But I've got just recorded all the different like posts and attacks that went through from both sides. So we'll spoil some of the defenses for both of our clans fairly equally. But yeah, you guys have seen it in the background. There's some pretty insane stuff. Oh, here we actually had
Whoa,
one of your
whoa,
teams.
whoa.
We can go back to that. Actually, I didn't. That's interesting. So, oh wait, I've gone too far. I think. I don't know. Let's just go through these. But yeah, let's talk about Siege. I mean, here's one thing to talk about. I don't know how many of these you guys have put up, but oh, I'm trying to make myself smaller so I don't clip off the top of the screen here. But epic and rare defenses in Siege seems to be something that's becoming more and more common. I don't know. You guys obviously have one of them here. Any thoughts you are able to share about the epic or rare defenses?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more depth and strategy to the epic and rare only teams
Hmm.
than I initially gave credit. I did one of the epic only teams a couple, maybe in the last siege actually, and I got absolutely wrecked by just like old school Sinacia Skull Crown.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
completely forgot about that as, one of the OG, really good strategies happens to be very, very good here. And like this man-eater team over here,
Yeah.
how cool is that, right? Like
It's so cool.
I think people could learn a lot from just like the strategy building
Hmm.
that we put together for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, it's interesting. What looks like has happened over here is the man eater's basically protecting from that Phoenix nuke because Phoenix is terrifying at the block revive. And it looks, it's
Hmm.
probably like Jurajin is a pretty terrible epic. No one would ever talk about him. But I think he's an okay single target nuker. And I guess they
Yeah.
just put them in and just single target down the Phoenix, avoid that Vogoth healing passive. And I guess that's pretty much what happened there. Um,
For the longest time, I was like the only content creator to have a video on Jurajin.
yeah,
I
oh,
always liked that guy when he came out.
yeah.
I was sad that he never really found his place. So it's always good to see him in the game.
I should have had Asha on as well for this collab because I have them not as a joke but actually as a thing in my rare
Really?
wish list, which is
Oh
Harrier.
my, oh my
So
goodness. Are you gonna
legit,
try to make that team?
yeah. I mean, if you think so, think about it from a rare defense perspective. Like rares are pretty
Yeah.
rubbish, but Harrier, he ignores 50% defense on a critical hit if Hospitaler's there. Now, in general, it's not worth using because she is so bad. But when you're limited to rares only, it's not
Yeah.
so bad. She's got a really bad speed aura. She's got some
Yeah.
bad buffs.
Yeah.
She can remove a random buff. That could be nice. That could remove their stone skin. You can't put lightning cage on a rare. And she revives someone whenever Harrier kills an enemy with block damage as well. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, these champs are rubbish, but actually, when you're limited to rares only, Harrier is not a joke. He's actually really strong. Um,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
saw
Do you
some.
have a favorite rare?
No, not really. I've avoided all those rare rooms. I think it's quite scary because you don't
Yeah,
have like it's not like with let's say a hypothetical mythical only room where it's like, oh, I don't have the mythicals, that sucks, or I don't have the faction unity. Like, with the rares, you can probably get them all. And there's no empowerment with rares. With the epics, there's not an
yet.
insubstantial chance that even a free to play long term player could have them +4, could have good blessings, but. I'm like, oh, you could put mythical relics and stuff onto your rares,
You could.
just for siege.
Absolutely. And that's the fun part of Siege is that you don't know,
Yeah,
you
you
know?
don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so they're
Yeah.
they're pretty they're pretty interesting. So here we go. This is one of your teams. This is actually
Yeah. Yeah.
very similar. There was one of your guys' posts that just absorbed so many. It's very very similar. Is this Galen packed only? Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one it did not last. That'd be pretty scary. Like I wouldn't be able to beat your team. I would run like the plague from that. No thanks.
How fast do you think the fastest champion in that team is?
So I say so Furion would be the fastest, most likely. Would be my guess. And again, I'm very curious what the actual answer will be. Um, I'd be guessing like he's not 6 stars, so he'd be a little bit slower, but he might be like 430 maybe. I'm not sure how good your gear is. It might be better than
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty close. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's not so Furion. He's not the
Oh,
fastest though.
interesting. Is
Yeah.
Donatello the fastest?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I get you can explain, but my guess would be you're expecting to fight enemy Gizmax and you want to remove the burn. Is that right?
Yeah, and also there's just like I don't think people would have guessed that Donatello's going to be the fastest champion there.
No, I didn't guess.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you got to try to be tricksy, you know.
Mm,
One of the topics you said you wanted to talk about was like, well, like how do people approach making a siege defense? And you want to put something in there that people are not going to expect.
yeah.
And there's a couple of people who hang out in my live stream. Donatello's their fastest champion on their whole account.
Yeah.
And I think
Interesting.
that that is a very good possibility for a
Yeah.
lot of people.
I have to give a shout out. This was your clanmate Couchy here. He
Yeah, yeah.
defended 9 times. He was unbeaten by the end of Siege. I don't know if you saw. His
That's
defense was,
sick.
yeah, insane. And he took down
Mhm.
like two of the best players in the clan that I would be terrified to fight in arena. And he's just like, they're like 5 attacks, 4 attacks. He's like, I got this,
Yeah,
guys. Insane. We
yeah,
have like Donatello again. I think that's a big one for a lot of people. I'm not using him on
yeah,
a defense, but clearly, well, I've got him sort of built for a turtle team, but throwing him into just a non-turtle team, he is clearly more than viable. He is exceptionally good. And then they got the Ashnar, Marius, and a Lazarius there. But you can see like these guys were trying all sorts of things, and they just could not get through. So
yeah.
you could tell him fair play from me. I don't know how he built those champs, but he clearly had some sneaky things going on. Oh,
His
Couchy.
account is crazy. Yeah, his account is really good.
Yeah, I can see that. He's holding people off here. One of these is just like a scouting attack, but yeah, got through this one a little bit easier. How do you get through? Interesting with bombs. Bombs versus bombs. Makes sense.
Yep.
I wonder. Yeah, he beat it with bombs the first time. So my guess looking at it was that probably he needed the Lamassu to boost up and outspeed. Maybe Couchy had a really
Yeah.
fast Duchess or something. Um, I would guess, but I don't know for sure. But that's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Hmm.
Pretty crazy stuff though. I mean, what are there any things? Let's actually zip on to like we could look at our stronghold because you attack this. It might be a better. I think would be near the
I'll
end.
tell you, in the second layer of your stronghold, there's one defense that caused us the most problem that we were so curious how they built the team. It
Interesting.
was in the second part of the stronghold, I was
Let
the
me
one who
see.
actually brought it down eventually. I had to use all my rebattles on it to figure it out. It was a Terrace Marichka team.
Okay.
Um, whenever we get there.
Yeah, yeah. You're just flipping through, but like I mean, oh, sorry, this is a mana shrine. I've gone too far back. But okay, here we go. Stronghold stuff happening.
Yeah, it
Obviously,
would have been in groups 6 to 8 there on the second side.
yeah, I think we're gonna go through them just in order. Oh, this was my defense. I can talk about this as well. This is the defense
Okay,
I've
cool.
got going on. I said looking at this, I was actually very surprised that he beat it with this team and not with the Turtles. I would have thought the
Right.
Turtles might be the one that would do it. Kind of
Yeah.
strange. But yeah, I think he tried to bomb me first, but I happened to have a feral set on Nice, so I'm guessing he
Oh,
died to Nice.
yeah.
I think that can be one of the big. I think that's probably broad tip number one is unless you are giga fast, you kind of have to use a defensive set of some sort. I feel like typically on
Yeah.
these defenses to have a chance. So that's either trying to surprise them with feral and they waste an attack trying to bomb you, or you're going for stone skin and they might be expecting no stone skin or feral and oh surprise them in
Yeah.
stone skin gives you a chance to come in, especially because it can be awkward to remove stone skin with all the lightning cages and whatnot. Um,
Yeah. Supersonic has been an absolute nightmare for me.
yeah,
It seems like every time I think I'm good, somebody cuts in with supersonic.
yeah, this is disgusting. I would not even think of attacking Officer Sheriff.
No. No.
Insane. Nick, I think is probably a very strong player as well. He struggled, got it down eventually with Arnorn. Then we've got, actually a lovely free to play team. Apart from that, actually, with the Fabian, the Armans, and the Empress.
Yeah,
Actually,
not too bad.
he matches me direct exactly. In fact, which is I bought the 6-star for Armans. I don't have a soul for Empress, and I've got the 5-star Fabian from that thing. So it's
Oh,
exactly
wow.
that. It's funny, yeah. I'm about to buy. I'm saving up for a 6-star Fabian though. But yeah, so he's able to take it down, which is sick. Uh, Very cool. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, do you try to? You're trying to surprise people. I think that is really important with Siege. You're trying to surprise people. Are there any like, apart from the obvious like Stone Skin, Reaction, Feral? Are there any other like surprise sets or sneaky builds that you're looking into?
I haven't used it yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that deflection might be ready for a comeback.
Ooh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that you can deflect sheep also.
Ooh.
So if you kind of try to proc that, like if you put it on somebody who's putting a debuff,
Mm-hmm.
you can throw that sheep back at them. That's like the original way before we had all these wand of submissions and all that nonsense.
Yeah, that's really interesting because yeah, I think
But
it's
relics is a good way too to be
mm,
tricky.
any surprise relic. I mean, the big one that's really, I mean, I think it's pretty well known at this point. But obviously, a lot of people got the Zibia's servitude from collecting all the turtles, and
Hmm.
I didn't fight one in this siege, but the previous two sieges I fought nice that is now wearing Zibia's servitude, and that's a real pain.
Oh,
That's a
beating.
common cheeky one. The stars, again, if you were lucky enough to get one, that can completely take people by surprise. And
Hmm.
you can easily outspeed enemy teams with any sort of turn meter boosts on, like, again, a slower Stone Skin, Supersonic. Like, you could have, like, Fabian and Stone Skin and give them stars the Genang, or Crixia, even worse. Give her stars the Genang, and that's a nightmare for people to deal with.
Yeah.
Um,
I like Predator with Zebia's servitude.
oh, yeah, that's cool. Uh huh. Help him
Mhm.
live. That's, yeah,
Yep.
we might see that more next siege. Um, Death Dealer, risky enough on defense, but I think the thing about the surprise on defense, and it's why I like deflection set, is you basically can't build a defense that is 100% successful.
Yeah.
Especially in Siege, people have a couple of days to think about how to attack your defense potentially. They can try stuff out. I think just winning even a couple of fights can be really impactful. You're not looking to win everything, but man, yeah, you deflect back a bomb or something they're not expecting, you win a fight. That can really cut into people's attacks or rebattles. And yeah, turn stuff around. Any other relics
Yeah.
you call out? One thing I seen ages ago, I haven't seen it because it's kind of insane to do it, but stacking multiple Volcardiac hearts, maybe. I've seen
I've
people.
just lost to Volcardiac Heart, period.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Like
Oh, same,
it,
same.
it, it that magma shield is
Mm-hmm.
such a beating, and it just completely changes survivability of teams. I'm pretty
Massively.
sure the team that I was mentioning with Terrace Marichka had the Volcardiac Heart in the team.
Yeah, let me zoom on here and see if I get to the proper groups in a second. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, is it maybe this one? Uh,
No, it wasn't. No, I mean, we had a lot of fights against a fair few
oh, it's probably this one
amount
right
of
here,
teams. It
Brackle.
was that one. Yes.
We got a Taras
Yeah.
Marishka, Yumiko, and then a Empress, but no blessing. And yeah, I see you
Right.
guys are trying loads of stuff. What was so difficult about this particular team? Why was the challenge there?
It just didn't take damage. Like
Oh
literally,
wow! Oh my god,
I went. Look how many fights.
that's
Like
insane.
that guy. How do you say his name? Vrakackle? I don't know, but
Brackle, I
like,
don't know, 80.
yeah, he was a complete roadblock for us.
Wow.
Nobody could get through it. The team I ended up using is like so funny because it's like the maid counter for Terrace Marichka is the White King and Queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what ended up taking it down. But like I had tried with like Gizmak in there before, I believe,
Okay.
and like Gizmak, the first time I attacked him, just literally did no damage. It it I just smacked it. I set everything up and everybody's alive. And I was just like, how? Like what are the stats on this team that they can just completely survive every single champion? Even the Yumiko,
Yeah,
she
that's nuts.
survived every single champion. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's mad.
So yeah, we were talking a lot about that defense in my clan last night.
Interesting. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
insane.
Hmm.
Wow, fair play to him. Yeah.
Like I bet you that Terrace has 150k HP. That's my
Jeez.
guess. Yeah.
Could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's very interesting when you get into when you've upgraded your stronghold a couple of times, you can get I think it's the main buff for siege that's worth it, which is the reflect damage one. That's insane.
Yeah.
When you take damage and it reflects some back, that can
Yeah.
absolutely wreck teams. Like that's caught me out before. And not this siege, but in the I didn't get around to doing any fights this siege until the stronghold was down. But in the previous siege, I went in. I was like, oh yeah, this defense team, I've got Gallius. He'll rip them apart. Gallius goes to his other form. And yeah, he rips apart the team and then he just died. I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
dead. He just died from that
Hmm.
damage reflection. And as you said, Volcardiac Hearts on top of that, on someone who's high resistance, like a Galathier or a Marishka or Ancora, and you don't remove that Volcardiac Heart buff, again, that can just really take a chunk out or potentially even kill an AoE nuker if it survives on a couple of champs and whatnot. Yeah, kind of insane. You can see that if I go, let's look at you guys' strongholds as well. It's probably over here somewhere. Uh,
I would say that's probably one of my most, if not my number one most wanted relic, actually.
oh yeah, same as well. I think it's the one that's really grown, isn't it, in value? It's grown a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we can look at these. I mean, the things that I'm scared of, mythicals I think are particularly scary because well, it depends on the mythical. But like, I mean, let me say, like for like Kali's defense here,
Hmm.
it's not too bad because if I bring in, let's say, yeah, I like this. This is a pretty nice way to attack it. If he doesn't have Stone Skin, he can just die to a Calvalax or a Hegemon. So
Yeah.
assuming again, this is the thing though. It's like, oh, he might just put them in really fast without Stone Skin, and then if I go in expecting him to have it and he outspeeds me, I might lose. And then, I mean,
Hmm.
I can just come back and rebattle, and I can kill him with the head sheet. But oh, I took him down, or sorry, he took me down once. It's not bad. That's eating into those attack scrolls, and also eating into my champions as well, which I think is
Yeah.
going to be more important as people get more defenses. Or then vice versa, right? If I'm expecting him to not have Stone Skin and he does, I throw in that Calvalax. The Calvalax would literally do nothing if there's no everyone's in the Stone Skin. So yeah, that changes it up. But yeah, like this sort of team is not too bad because if you lock out the Marius, he's not so bad. And if you lock out Fabian, they don't do anything. Rotus still can, but you could use an Ultimate Death Knight or something and he's not going to work. That's not too bad. Whereas, let's say if I look at Pickle's team, that to me is a heck of a lot scarier because yeah, locking out Seekfriend is very strong, but he does have a pretty short cooldown on the
Yeah.
A3 and he kills your whole team.
And then Ancora can lower his cooldowns as well.
Yeah, and then he's got Crixia. Even if you lock out the
Yeah,
Crixia, she swaps forms and resets. So this to
yeah,
me, they're similar-ish sort of teams, but this one is actually way scarier. And again, that Ancora, it's that scary thing of like, oh, how much resistance is she gonna have? Like, is she gonna be 900 resist with all cardiac heart? And how am I gonna deal with that if she is? That
yeah,
becomes pretty scary. So I do find mythicals are quite scary because they get in the way of lockout champions. I think Lightning Cage, when you see a team with lots of Lightning Cage, that's scary to attack into as well because you're going, ah, if they're in Stone Skin, if I don't have like these good burn champions to explode the Stone Skin, if I'm relying on like an Empress or something, if they've got 5-star Lightning Cage, they have a 75% chance it doesn't get removed. So what?
yeah,
What am I gonna do? That's pretty scary. You see Nick over here. He had a strong defense right there. So that was obviously difficult to get through. Took it down again. Taras Marishka, very common. I definitely think tanky defenses are pretty scary because of that reflect and the
yeah.
stronghold. Um, yeah. I don't know if you want to give away any secret things in here. I think we've got one of your teams in here as well. Oh, sorry. Clearly, my recording software was struggling. Oh no, we missed that one. We've Loki. Oh, there's you actually coming up as
Yeah,
well.
that's my favorite team.
Oh, really?
He-Man
Okay,
for
okay.
life, man. Yep,
We
that's
had
my
we had
favorite. I
like
use that every single day.
nice. We had like I see a couple of turtles. They tried out the
Hmm.
turtles, but mixing it up with the looks like it got out. So this is always the danger as well. Like it's one of the things that I would be trying to avoid is what if they just outspeed and lock me out? Obviously, you've got Donatello can protect from that, but in this case, I guess he bombed him. He's our base is rough, right? Because she gives you the increased accuracy as well. It's very, very hard to resist. You know,
Yeah,
there's no place increase resist when the battle starts, champion yet. Anyway, maybe they'll put in like a
yeah.
void legendary sometime. You start the fight with increased resist, but yeah,
That
makes
sounds
it,
awesome. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
it could be cool. But yeah, so you want to talk to me about your team here? I think it's pretty vulnerable to lockout as well, like supersonic against
Yeah.
Sifi. I don't know. How do you
I
find it?
know. It's like, oh man, Sifi has lost such ground in the game,
Mm,
but I still have her as my fastest champion. But I'm continually saying, like, oh, well, I just lost to Supersonic there.
yeah.
And and I can't tell you how many times I've said, man, I guess 450 is just slow these days, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Which is that's such an insane thing to say out
Hmm.
loud. 450 speed is just way too slow.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's where we're at.
My fastest is
Um,
437, by the way. So
oh really?
if I had a 6-star, he'd be 457. But like at that, I
Yeah.
don't have a 6-star, so he's my fastest. Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, I
again,
would be able to
unlike,
make a little bit faster on my Sifi, but I still have
mm,
a rare banner.
oh
My
yeah,
fastest
yeah,
banner on my account is a rare banner. I've never gotten a triple speed roll
yeah.
on a banner for that faction.
I feel you.
So,
I've got one, but it's five
that's
star.
definitely a hard part.
Yeah, yeah. I like Sifi a lot for the protected buffs, and I find
Yeah.
that that can be pretty good. And it's like, okay, yeah, they're fit like even attacking Fabians. It's like, okay, yeah, he's gonna lock me out. But if I use a mythical, I don't care if he's locked me out, and if my buffs are most likely to be protected, they can survive, and that can be enough to win a bunch of fights. So I use her a good bit. Funny enough, for Siege, I can show you guys. I've got two presets now. Uh, I have like the fast protection, and then this one is like still 5-piece protection. So there's a chance. There's a chance we
Yeah.
get a protected block debuffs. And she's just like super tanky, but a good bit slower. Because I'm like, again, for me, people are probably gonna outspeed me anyway. you know. So yeah, and supersonic's a problem. So I guess you didn't have Stone Skin and they got killed by a Hegemon right there. I think he's
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, my He-Man is very survivable, so I would have been shocked if He-Man died there.
Mm,
But maybe everybody else, yeah.
yeah. Oh, you don't have anyone in Stone Skin?
No, not in that team, no.
Oh, you live dangerously, my friend. I like it. But yeah, again, like this, if I'm looking at these, if I take a quick glance, we've got some of the stronger players in our clan taking it down for sure. But like can I attack this team? This is horrible. These are all horrible.
Hmm.
How do I deal with this? So like
Yeah.
again, I'm looking at this. I'm going, okay, if I try lock him out, doesn't really matter for Commodus. He can just metamorph and kill me. She can just metamorph and reset them. Okay, that's pretty nasty. We've got lots of nasty metamorphs. It would help with the
You know how I
Siegfried.
want to deal with that team.
Hmm?
It's not gonna be a popular opinion because
Oh
I've
yeah.
gotten like the most hate of all time for my enjoyment of the fusion, Kraz.
Oh yeah,
But
Cross.
if you pair Fabian with Kraz,
Yeah,
then you're stripping the feral and blowing them up.
could work.
And I think it's just a very effective strategy
Mm,
that a lot of people who are going for the fusion will be able to utilize in Siege. If you don't want to go the Fabian route, putting it with Gurgo and even just like an Ogren defense is going to be really, really strong with the
true. Yeah.
fusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Like the only risk is if he's got that feral lightning cage. It's like, oh, what if lightning cage
Yeah.
stops the feral? But then you could have a backup. But yeah, Cross is pretty nice because his bombs are affinity friendly. But if
Yep.
he weak hits, which he could because there are lots of magic, doesn't really matter because to remove
Yeah.
debuff, she has to metamorph. So that's an extra turn. That counts down the bomb. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he can
it's a
lock
good
people
place for
out
people.
also from flipping.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Block active skills, really nice. Like you
Mhm.
get block actives on that Siegfried for two
Yeah.
turns. Even if you kill everybody else, he metamorphs. Like, yeah, sure. He can't revive them for at least a turn because you have 2 turns block actives. It'd still be the one
Yeah.
turn when he takes his go. Yeah, again, this team again, very lots of scary stuff here. I love bomb. It's worth calling out. If I can attack a defense with bombs, it's like my favorite thing to do because it's the fastest, easiest way to win. Uh, so yeah, that's always
What
something to
what bomb
consider.
champions are you using for that?
So this siege, I used Nishak and I used Lord Shazar actually.
Lord Chazar.
Yeah, he's
We were
not very
talking about
good, but
him
he's
like
spirit.
maybe one of the most boosted champions, like OG boosted value
Mm,
surge. That's what we want to say. Big
mm.
value surge on Lord Shazar.
Yeah, I think on to be honest, like this is the build I'm using for him in Siege. To be honest, the problem for me with Shazar is because you want to build him with that crit rate because he only decreases detonations if he
Yeah.
crits. That makes it, and his bomb multipliers are kind of low. I
Yeah.
think his bomb multipliers are low because he's unique in that he self buffs increase attack, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
And I think when you give him increased attack, if you compare him to Nishak without increased attack, they're probably pretty similar. But if you're going to do a full bomb team and you give Nishak or Kraz, excuse me, increase attack, their bombs are going to do a lot more damage. So you do run the risk. Like the problem with Shazar, like I used him against the Duchess this siege, but if that Duchess has a bolster set, if that Duchess has a Volcardiac Heart, that can be so much HB to cut through that his bombs, even boosted by Stone Skin, might not do it. But I do use them sometimes because again, affinity. If it's I used him against a Duchess, and I was like, Nishak could weak hit that Duchess, and I think in the case, I think Nishak did weak hit the Duchess. I'm like, okay, if Duchess lives, she revives everyone, and then my bombers are like, we gotta wait 3 turns to do anything, bro, and we
Yeah.
die. So not so good there. But yeah, I use Nishak as well. I've got again a different build for Siege, but yeah,
Okay.
they're so
Do you put
strong.
a reset champion with your bomb champions, like
No.
Donatello or anybody like that?
So what I've been doing is I actually use Lady Kimmy with them for Siege for the increased
Oh,
accuracy.
okay.
Because again, like if I build my bomb champion with say 700 accuracy, and if I give them 50% increase accuracy, they're over 1,000. Like no one's got a
Yeah.
1,000 resist.
No.
At least no one that I would have a chance at beating has over a
Right.
1,000 resistance. I don't know what maybe the
Right.
craziest people have these days, but I'm like, so I'll have enough accuracy to bomb them, no problem. The only thing stopping it really at that point is weak hits or feral. Uh, so yeah, it's and again, if they don't have lightning cage, if I put in, let's say I do, I could even use Arbiter because often it's against a slower team. I go like Arbiter, Lady Kimmy. I don't have a speed aura. I don't care. I'll use like, or does he even have an aura? Yeah, he's got attack all battles. Great, use his aura. I could put in a Fabian and a Nishak, and there you go. I can remove some buffs. I've got my buffs. I got lots of speed. I can bomb. and it's a pretty effective way. So that would be definitely something I'd be looking for in Siege. I can even show the three defenses and they're not great. My defenses, to be honest, usually just die. But the theory with my defenses anyway is I don't want to be too screwed by Lockout. I don't want to be too screwed by like bombs, stuff like that. And just again, as you said, have some randomness. This one, it worked a little bit this siege. This usually just dies. But
I
it's like,
like the White Queen in there. I
yeah,
feel
she's
like a
great.
lot of players have her and they don't use her.
Mm, mm,
Like that the inability to basically like CC your champions is insane.
yeah. Oh,
Wait, you have a
100%.
6-star soul on Predator?
Yeah, I just pulled it yesterday. Yeah,
That's insane,
I
dude.
know,
I'm so
right?
jealous of that.
Yeah, he's good. He's good fun actually. Like, he's got crazy stats, man. Like, look at these stats. 6-star now. I could get him 140k HP, and I could get him probably
Wow,
260
nice.
speed with this. So it's like, okay, okay. He's quite fun. He's quite fun. The problem, so this team has been quite fun. Just trying out Predator. The problem I have with him is that it's something that I really hate in the game. Marius counterattacking when you decrease turn meter.
Oh, it's
That has
so
such it
brutal.
has such an impact on the meta. Like literally, there's
Yeah.
masteries like the Evil Eye mastery is
Evil
literally
Eye.
you
Mhm.
cannot take that just because of Marius because he's so.
Yeah.
But the problem with this team is because Lazarius' turn meter boost is a turn meter pushback. I have Predator and Merciless, so half the time he's fine. But if he gets hit by a Marius A1 and it puts in Feeble, then Predator's useless. Like I had a
Yeah.
few fights where you get the 2-turn and Feeble, and you're like, oh my god. Well, and I don't have any
Oh,
buff debuff removal on this team, so it's like poor Predator. He just gets to stand there and not literally
yeah.
just dies at that point because he
Yeah.
can't get his passive stacked. But yeah, it's kind of fun. But
See,
yeah,
like that's a team where I think Donatello could be cool.
that's
Like
true actually. Yeah.
instead of running the Empress,
Mm,
save him for a different team,
yeah.
put Donatello in that team,
Hmm.
makes your Predator or Lazarius even more survivable because their first death won't get triggered. And
Yeah.
then you can run through the abilities, just recycling them a lot more.
Yeah. 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 So I do think like a go second thing. I think he works pretty well in go second. It's just difficult, I
Yeah.
think, to get the supports to support that. But like I've got high resistance on Cora and high resistance on so like this team. Okay, what if they're faster than me? Well, I mean, Nice is always a threat, and Cora has high resistance, so she might revive someone. Doesn't always work. And again, this one, if they are faster than me and lock me out, well, I've got the two mythicals that can metamorph and potentially kill people. If they don't lock me out, I've got a pretty nice debuff combo. And then the final team is Lady Noelle. I think Lady Noelle can take people by surprise as well. Like if she gets going and they don't control her, I really wish I had a Volcardiac heart for her. That'd be super sweet. You could put one on both her and Sir Nicholas and really mess with people. But
Oh,
um, yeah, like the concept of this team is just well, maybe this team actually weirdly wins, which is weird because I'd say it's possibly the weakest of the teams, but it's won a few fights randomly. I think because you just end up in like this loop where of unkillable happening and the
yeah.
resets as well from Yumiko, and it's like it's not a great. None of these teams are particularly strong. Nothing compared to the other teams that we've seen here today. Like better champions are just better, right? But that's sort of the theory there. It's like, okay, how do I have any surprises in the teams that could catch people off a little bit? That's pretty much number one. Number two, what if they just try to bomb me? What if they lock me out? What if they're faster? Any sneaky tricks I can have in there to deal with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's let's see if Predator can do it. I'm this way. He's gonna get enfeebled. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's gonna get enfeebled.
Yeah, there's so many champions in the game that you just don't
Yep.
want to fight
Look at that.
against Marius. He has it on there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Predator, bro. Come on, 50% of the time, make this be one of the 50s. This Marius is just slamming the A3s. Oh man, so this is the
Hmm.
problem. At least, oh no, he was enfeebled for 2 turns because the Marius did so many. That's just sad. Or was it just the 1 turn? Okay, he's back in. He has a chance. He has a chance, but will the Marius kill me because we're gonna metamorph? Oh, we're gonna die to the metamorphs. The full autoplay. Predator! He saved it! He did it! He did it! The counterattack! He's actually gone and done it!
There
Nice.
you go. There
Woo!
you go.
But yeah. Dude, you got any like final tips you want to call out or anything you want to say that we we haven't
I
quite covered
think
yet?
that there's a lot of fun to be had for Siege,
Mm,
and if people just kind of like remove their negative thoughts and focus on the positive ones, it can be like a really fun way to interact with your clan. I've talked to my clan more about Siege than literally anything else.
mm-hmm.
And I think that if you get your clan involved, that can be a good way to, make more friends in your clan and talk about the game, learn strategies, and figure out things that you didn't know were possible with your account.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, did he take you down there as well? Snuck it in.
But
um.
also, like, I think that it's like mandatory that we get replays in the game.
Oh
And
yes.
if they're gonna put it in for Siege, they should just build it into all of the arena game modes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a feature that is very important.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing this other game called Splinterlands. It's a card game and they have the replays in there just for every game mode. You
Yeah.
can just go back and watch any fight. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so helpful. Like, wait, why did I actually die? What went wrong?
Yeah.
What can I figure out? Or just you want to show off, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, look at this insane fight. And then you don't have to have like recording software to catch it, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like it's just an important thing I think we need in the game.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah, like I played Ethereum Restart for like a month when that came out. I think I had maybe one sponsor video or something, but they had like a CVC mode, and yeah, there was literally like a replay button. You press it, it loads up the fight, and it literally replays it, and you can pause it.
Yeah.
I think there was like combat logs and stuff as well. I don't know, but I was like, shit, this game just came out, and yeah, I could just any fight, whether it's our defenses, it's their attacks. I can just watch a replay of the fight to see what actually happened. That's insanely useful. So yeah, that would be huge for us. And one thing that struck me because our last siege, we were against. Oh yeah, I can't show anything. Derp. But the last siege we were against uh, another Cthulhu clan, Cthulga, and they had like so many buildings upgraded. So I had 4 attacks and 4 rebattles, where normally I've got 2. So I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I've got so many attacks to think about, and that's again super fun. I think when you've got loads of defenses and loads of attacks, you can have way more variety, and
Yeah.
that's where even like if you take out their Taras Marishka, if they lose a fight with Taras Marishka, for just as an example, and they have 7 more attacks to do, that starts to really hurt because you start running out of good champions to counter stuff. And I think that's where
Yeah.
things can get actually really interesting. So yeah, cool. Right, well, guys, you're gonna find MTG Jedi's channel linked down below. Make sure to go check it out. Again, thanks, dude, for jumping on
Oh
Thanksgiving and
yeah,
talk about this
absolutely.
stuff. I really appreciate that. Um, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we have a rematch in the future. Who knows? It ended up pretty close. Like I logged
It
into it
was
this
close.
morning. I was like, oh, they're starting to
Yeah.
destroy some stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But
Well, thanks so much for having me on, man. I love doing collabs and stuff. It's been a minute since we've been able to do something. So thanks for having me on, and good luck in your other sieges.
thanks. Likewise. All right, guys.
Wreck
Again,
us.
you'll find MTG Jedi's channel down below. Make sure to go check it out. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.